my gosh, we're back.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Like, it's been a while. Like, did you miss us? Like, we're back. It's it's been a minute, y'all. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. But we'll get into that later. But we are back, and for those of you all who are new to us, we are the Sammy, Nicole, and Fifi show. We are a dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube, have our own channel. We give the millennial perspective and the Generation X perspective. And we talk about all things love, life, and relationships, and even pop culture as well. All right? So,
Yeah.
we're back. That's us. We're excited to be back. A lot has happened, a lot has changed, but for the good. All praises to God and the ancestors. So, yeah, what are we going to be talking about tonight? Oh, I'm Sammy Nicole, for those of you who are new to me. And this is Fifi, my beautiful mother.
That would be me.
That would be her. Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
So tonight, since we're back, I want to talk about sugaring, aka sugar baby lifestyle, aka hypergamous, maybe the more darker side of the hypergamous lifestyle, whatever. So I want to talk about that, the sugaring lifestyle.
Okay.
What do you think about being a sugar baby? Do you know what does a sugar baby mean to you? Let's just define the
Well,
terms.
Well, I know what a sugar daddy is.
Okay, what's a sugar daddy?
A sugar daddy is an older man that has a younger woman. But the sugar daddies have always been labeled in my generation, in Generation X.
Mm-hmm.
But I think millennials have labeled sugar babies. See, it wasn't.
Y'all didn't call yourselves
right.
sugar babies.
We didn't call ourselves sugar babies. We just had a sugar daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But you all have attached onto the label sugar babies.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a connection now
Mm-hmm.
between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what the sugar daddy is. So what's the sugar baby?
So a sugar baby is on the recipient end of the sugar daddy. All right. So it's basically where she is the younger counterpart to the sugar daddy, and they pretty much have an arrangement where for her time and in exchange for her time and her youth, her beauty, you know, he is able to enjoy that, and in exchange for that, he takes care of her financially, in whatever aspect she feels she may need him financially. Now, a lot of sugar baby relationships, it does involve sexual activity. A lot of women will lie and say they're not having sex with their sugar daddy. Very few of them are actually telling the truth.
Right.
But there are exceptions to the rule. There are always outliers. And so there are some sugar babies that, you know, are legitimately not having sex with their sugar daddies. And they are still being, you know, provided for. You know, you have some sugar daddies who have ED, erectile dysfunction. So they may not be looking for sex. You know, we know a few people that have that. So they're not necessarily looking for sex, but they're more so looking for a just a companion, somebody beautiful on their arm to go out to events, galas, black tie events, concerts, dinner. They just want the company of a young, beautiful woman. They like the aesthetics.
Right, but what we need for our people to understand, our subscribers, is that it's a methodology behind it now. See, back in my day, there wasn't a methodology behind it, but there's a methodology, and there's like.
Sorry, I'm being ghetto and fixing the camera in between, but just rock with us.
There's like a methodology, there's like a science, there's like a whole website, there's like Instagram lives where you can go on and join groups and you know, get Facebook groups,
Instagram
and
pages,
10 steps to get you a sugar daddy and
books
become a sugar baby. books that you can read.
I mean, we live in the era of information, so it's a lot of free game out there for the ladies and men. There are men, both heterosexual and homosexual, that men can be sugar babies as well, whether it be to an older woman or an older man. So men can partake in that, and you know what? I think it's more common in men than we realize. Like, we've done videos talking about homosexuals and things of that nature, and it's not uncommon to hear men talk about wanting to date up, or, oh, bruh, she got her own crib, she got her own car, she got a good job, you know, I'm gonna get with her.
She runs a multi-million-dollar company.
She runs a multi-million-dollar company. She has these connections. She can help me get here. She can help me do that. I mean, that's not uncommon for men. Men have been doing that since the beginning of time, you know, when they're, you know, sometimes they may date a particular woman because of the resources that she has or the connections that she has. And it's never really, you know, necessarily frowned upon when the men are doing it, you know. But with the women, it's like the end of the world. But it's nothing new. I mean, even my own brother. My brother used to brag about how he had different women buying him stuff and paying for things for him, and he was very casual, very nonchalant about it. Like, hey, you know, he thought he was pimping by having women pay for his food, shelter, and clothing, and miscellaneous items, and taking him on vacation. And so, you know, he was doing his thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So it goes both ways. You know, men can be gold diggers. Which I really don't like the term gold diggers. A lot of times people will equate sugar babies with being gold diggers, but I feel like there's no such thing as a gold digger. You know, you just date within your price range.
Oh.
You stay within your price range, and you don't have nothing to worry about.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. So how old do you have to be a sugar baby?
Now, you can be any age, all right? Now, everybody knows women in their 20s, you know, even though I don't necessarily agree with it, thinking the way a man thinks, your sexual market value is a lot higher in your 20s. You're younger, you're more fertile, you know, you don't have as much life experience under your belt, or so it's assumed that you don't. So you're not as hip to the game. You're still, you know, youthful and naive, which can be attractive to a lot of men, especially men who want to control you and run game on you. They usually don't want to be with the woman that knows as much game as them, because it kind of defeats the purpose. So ideally, it's somebody younger. However, you can be any age and be a sugar daddy, as long as you are attractive, you take pride in your appearance, you keep yourself up. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can be a sugar baby. But you have to have the game, you have to have the mentality, and most of all, you have to have the confidence. All right. There's women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s that are sugar babies. I read an article about this Caucasian woman. She's 52, and she has a few sugar daddies, and she said she does, yes ma'am. She said that she prefers married men, because they know married men as her sugar daddies. She's divorced,
and she actually said she preferred married women.
Yeah, she's a 53-year-old Caucasian woman.
Caucasian. And
she stated that she prefers married sugar daddies because she doesn't have to school them or train them when it comes to what she expects and what she wants. She says because they're married, they already know how the game goes. They already know what women want, how to treat them, how to woo them, how to, you know, pay the mortgage when the mortgage is due, how to pay the bills when the bills are due. She doesn't have to, you know, go back and forth with them about that or worry about going 50-50. She says she doesn't play that 50-50 crap, which I would have to agree with her on that. Okay. I concur. And so basically she was saying that married men, it was just a lot easier to deal with them, because she said, like, when she didn't want to be bothered, another pro about being with a married man for her was that when she didn't feel like being bothered, she didn't have to be bothered. She could just send them on, you know, back to their wife. They could meet up, you know, once or twice a month, do what they do. You know, he sent her money, and they go on about their, you know, their lives. You know, they meet for those few times a month. They go on vacation. They enjoy each other. They live in the moment, and then they go on about their business. So that's why she says she prefers married men, because again, they already know what the expectations are, and she doesn't have to go back and forth with them about why her standards are her standards and what she believes in, and how she doesn't have to go back and forth with them about gender roles. Essentially, they understand being a provider, protector, because they're married and they're already providing and protecting for their wives, so they've been trained.
Okay, so there is a website that's just totally dedicated to sugar daddies.
You have websites like Seeking Arrangements, stuff like that. Different blogs on Instagram. But you can usually just find those blogs by just hashtagging sugar baby.
They like we were listening to one earlier. They actually tell you what to wear and where to meet up. And
it is a methodology behind it. It's a science to it. It literally is a science.
It's a science to get
social
the sugar
science.
Daddy. Who, as a Generation X, who would have known? I mean the dating and I guess the social thing now has really gotten to be big.
And another big term in the sugaring world, or the sugar baby lifestyle. Another big term is in the sugar baby lifestyle or sugaring world is freestyling, where you're basically going out to those more upscale or more affluent areas to meet men of means. So you're going to those Publix or those pubs or those car washes in Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Midtown,
These are places
Buckhead, in Atlanta, where the upper middle class, wealthy live, the Duluths and Gwinnett. You're going out to those areas, the Roswells, the Sandy Springs areas to meet those more affluent men. You're basically literally like positioning yourself. So you're grocery shopping there. You're getting your car washed. You're pumping your gas in those areas. You're going to the malls, the stores in those areas. Going to lunch, dinner in those areas, in hopes of eventually meeting those men, those type of men. So yeah, it's a whole science to it. There's books. There's a plethora of resources out there for those ladies who are interested in getting into the sugaring game. And then, of course, with anything, it has its cons too. It has its pros. Getting bills paid or shopping or traveling.
You just never know.
But it has its cons.
Meet,
yeah, you never know. It can be dangerous, like anything. I kind of equate it to like online dating. That can be dangerous. When you just normally doing online dating, and the same thing with,
and I
going online for a sugar
daddy. I never
daddy.
thought that it was such thing until I actually, met a sugar baby. So I actually know a sugar baby. So it's real.
And I have some, associates that are sugar babies, and that are getting to the bag.
And some of them have more than one sugar daddy. The sugar babies have a couple of sugar daddies.
And the sugar daddies have a couple of sugar babies. That's kind of like a unspoken rule. You always need to have more than one. So if one daddy is acting up, you can go to the other.
Okay.
So you can keep your money consistent.
Okay.
Another thing they talk about in the sugaring world is to be resourceful and be strategic with the money. Your sugar daddy or sugar mama, for the fellas out there that are interested in the sugaring world, be resourceful with the money that your sugar mama or sugar daddy is giving you. Don't spend it all shopping or going on vacations. Save some of it. Use some of it to open a business. I know young ladies here in Atlanta that had sugar daddies and, drug dealing boyfriends that were able to, create and grow hair empires. I know women who had sugar daddies that turned into boyfriends and they were able to establish their own lash empire. You know what I mean? It's just all about how resourceful you are with the money. They took some of the money that their sugar daddy gave them and they pursued their dreams and opened up businesses.
Not just going out and buying purses and shoes.
Yeah. Not just going out buying purses, shoes, or, you know, things like that, jewelry.
And I guess if you're gonna engage in that type of lifestyle, make it beneficial to you.
Right.
So, because you're not gonna always be young. So, if you're gonna use your youth to your advantage, use it as to help you out in the future.
Right. Get
Build
your
an
savings
empire.
fund, life
Empire,
insurance, you know, savings account, buy
You
your
gotta-
CD
you gotta be
or something,
smart.
investments.
You gotta be smart.
You do.
You gotta be smart.
You
about
gotta
it.
be smart. But
Okay.
yeah,
Sugar
can-
baby, sugar daddies.
sugar baby, sugar baby.
And for some reason, every time I think of the sugar baby and sugar daddy, I think of the candy. Like candy.
Well, I mean, you know, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. So, you know, what do you guys think? I mean, how do you feel about it from a moral aspect? Do you think it's wrong to be a sugar baby? Do you
I
think it's
don't.
wrong to want or aspire to be a sugar baby?
I don't think it's wrong. Not at all.
Mhm.
Okay.
I would agree.
All right then.
I think it's wrong to lay up with somebody and pay them half the rent. I think it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, y'all. So let us know what y'all think down in the comment section. Like, you know, are you for? Are you against being a sugar baby? Also, are you a sugar baby? You know, if you want to share that with us or not. Do you know anybody that's a sugar baby? If so, what has your experience been like or theirs? And until next time, guys. Oh, yes, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think about our channel.
And go follow my new channel, Keeping Up with Fifi. That's why all the tea gonna be.
All her tea gonna be for y'all that have questions, all right? So on that note, I'm Sammy Nicole. This is Fifi. We are the Sammy Nicole and Fifi show. And until next time, bye.